Today I'm going to be solving all of my Rubik's Cubes. That includes these on my desk here, this shelf over here with my main cubes, this other shelf with most of my other cubes, even this with some of the larger cubes, and this bin here with some more. So what does and doesn't count as a cube for the purposes of this challenge, I guess? Well, I'm going to be counting this as a cube. It's not a real 5x5. You just turn it on this axis, and when it's in the right position, it opens up so you can like hide something in there. But I'm going to be counting it as a cube because it is technically a 1x1x5. And I'm going to be counting this broken square 1, even though it's missing a piece, because it still turns. I'm even going to be counting the 1x1. I'm just going to, I guess, pick it up and put it down. I don't know exactly how you'd solve that. I was considering not counting this old Toy Story cube, seeing as a lot of the stickers are missing, but I think I'll just solve the sides that have stickers. So yeah, in total I think I have 80 something cubes. I'll put the exact number up here. And let's get the cube scrambled. Okay, so wow, this is what all the cubes look like scrambled. I originally estimated this would take 3 hours, but now just looking at this, it might take a little more, but I guess we should just get started. Okay, so there's one cube out of these in particular that I'm really not looking forward to doing, so I'm going to get that one out of the way first. And it is the Shengshou 6x6. Even scrambling it was a pain because like 4 pieces popped out. There was a ton of locking up, it just wouldn't let me turn some layers. So I think I'm just going to get this one out of the way and not have to do it later. And I'm going to start right now. Okay, so we already got our first pop on this cube. Again, I was not looking forward to solving this one at all, and an internal piece just popped out, but I'm not even gonna bother. That's probably why this thing popped so much, because I just didn't put in those internal pieces when they popped out when this was my main 6x6. Okay, so I finally got it. Yeah, this cube alone might take well over 3 hours to solve, and I'm not joking. After 6.5 minutes, almost 7 minutes, the first center. Okay, so a whole chunk of pieces flew out of this cube. It's at least 6 something pieces, 6, 7 maybe. Like I want to just not count this cube, but also I want to, like, just to say that I solved all my cubes, but this is a nightmare. Okay, so I got the 6x6 together finally. It's now 12 minutes into this challenge, minus these 2 pieces. After well over 20 minutes, the centers are done. When I say this might take an hour to solve, I'm not exaggerating. So I'm having a problem here where this screw, if you see it, is not actually in the center of the cube where it should be. I'm trying to get that fixed without having to disassemble the cube, but that doesn't seem possible. Okay, the problem just fixed itself. I think I'm on the last stretch of the solve. Not actually sure though. Finally, I'm on 3x3 stage. Okay guys, so now I'm doing the last few turns with this cube. solved. I'm actually gonna have to pick all these up now. So that 6x6 solve obviously took way longer than I thought it would be. I ended up basically destroying the 6x6. So now that it doesn't exist anymore, I'm going to actually make some progress here and try to solve like 10 cubes. I was gonna like get the hard cubes out of the way, but I feel like after that 6x6 nightmare, I deserve some easy solves. So I'm just gonna get started with just whatever's here that's easy. Okay, so this is actually the newest cube in my collection, this giant year cube, which I can solve pretty easily. I might make a tutorial for it, but I'm not sure. Okay, that one's done. I think I'm going to be moving on to this next just to get it out of the way. I can solve this in like 9-10 minutes. Okay, I finally finished, and now I think I'm gonna go on to this cube again. Okay, so I think I'm ready for another challenge. I've solved like 20 cubes, as you can see over there. So I think I'm gonna go for, where is it? The 3x3x4. Because there's actually a parity like algorithm I don't know how to do. And I didn't want to look at any tutorials or anything in this whole time I'm solving all my cubes. So I'm hoping I either don't get parity or that I can just solve it kind of intuitively. Yeah. It's like the 6x6 all over again. Okay, where was I? Okay, I solved these middle two layers. Okay, so luckily oh, what happened here? This, okay. And this solved. I'm just gonna solve my main 3x3. Actually, so to spice things up a little, I brought the stack mat that way for the 3x3s and 2x2s and things like that. Even though I think I already solved all my 2x2s, I can just time them like this. Kind of messed up the PLL there, but I got a 1492, so I'm going to try and see what other cubes I can kind of speed solve. So this is the 3x3x2. It has this piece that just comes off, but it's not that bad. And I don't think I've ever timed myself on this before, but I'm guessing I'll get like a sub 20, maybe. 33, because I kind of messed up a little, but that cube's out of the way. I'm guessing 30, maybe 20 for this. Okay, 29, so that was actually sub 30, wow. I've actually been doing a lot of Pyraminx lately, and I know for a fact one of my next few videos is going to be Pyraminx, like not a tutorial because I already have that, but a Pyraminx like tips and tricks kind of thing. Fail. 994. Okay, I have a Pyraminx here with a missing tip. I don't know if that'll make it harder or easier. So obviously there's fewer pieces to solve, but it's kind of harder to grip with no tips. Okay, 903. Okay, 9.8. I don't think I have any more Pyraminxes. even though I want to redeem myself after those bad times. I think I'm going to do 5x5. Yeah, I just picked that at random. And I have a 3x3 here that I'm doing next. I'm guessing, my estimation is 2 minutes, 10 seconds. That's my goal. Okay, 2:23. Not terrible, but not exactly what I was going for, but I guess that's about what I average. Now, I already solved the Siamese cube, which is over here, where you could barely tell like if that's white or green. It's green because there's like a little speck of it, but the yellow side looks pretty much white. So that was one of 3 handmade mods I made alongside this one and this one. This one I'd say is a little easier because you could do F moves as well. I'm not going to time myself on this, I'm just going to solve it. Okay, first cube done. And done. So that was like 2 cubes in 1. I think I'll solve 3x3 next. Oh yeah, I was going to solve 3x3 next. Okay, I think we're making serious progress here. Obviously this desk is about half as full as it was before. I'll solve this giant 3x3 now and time it, and no, I'm not going to solve it one-handed. Actually, I'll solve it one-handed, just because. Oh, and we're nearing the 2-hour mark. Okay, which am I going to do first? Hit the 2-hour mark or solve this cube? That's my goal right now, to solve it before it gets to the 2 hours. Oh, my hand hurts now. This is such a big cube. And done. Okay, 1 minute 10, but we're before the 2-minute mark. So, what should I do next? Actually, since we're at the 2-hour mark, I think I'm going to start live streaming. Okay, are we live? I think so. I think the live stream just started. Okay, this giant one is solved. I have like 25 maybe cubes back there that I've already done over the past 2 hours. I just decided to live stream some of it. Okay, this Gigaminx is done. Oh, 1x1 pyramid. Done. 1x1. Wow, 0.3 seconds. Badly stickered, edges only cube that I made years ago. Okay, I have a soon case and what I think is an end term. I guess I'll do the Gigaminx. Actually, I'm going to time this Gigaminx solve because I actually don't know what I average on this. Oh, that might fell again. I might have just stopped it. Yeah, I stopped it at 52 seconds. But this is at least a minute long solve. Now I'm going to do the void cube. I actually don't know the color scheme for this, so I'm just going to try to guess based off the corners. Yeah, I'll do some of these, like picture and peel. Is this another end perm? I've gotten end perms on 2 of these little picture 3x3s before. And now all I have to do is fix the centers. I think after this I'll do the gear shift since I just like relearned how to solve that the other day. Okay, I have 1 big one. Just 2 counterclockwise and solved. Really surprisingly, I'm at the last like stretch of this challenge, it seems like, because I don't have nearly as many cubes on this desk as I did when I started. You know what, I'm gonna do square 1 because I have actually a few of those. I have this one, this one, this one. Okay, this one's done. But I did get +2 technically. Okay, I don't have 30. But it's not sub 30. it's actually 37. So I'm done with all the square ones. I think I'm just gonna organize this now. 5x5s over here, 3x3 shape mods over here, Gigaminx, 4x4 shape mod. This actually makes it look a lot more manageable. I'll solve this tiny one and hope I get under 2 minutes on it. And C perm 7. No, I wanted this to be sub 130. Actually, 130.335, and I think that's where I will end the stream. So I organized all my remaining cubes into these categories here, and I think what I'll do, just I'm up for a challenge. These 2 cubes I just solved yesterday. I just learned how to solve this one yesterday, from memory. The other times I've solved it, I've looked at algorithms. This, there was some weird parity that I didn't learn in alg for, but I just figured out that I could trial and error my way around it. But I'm going to start off with the face-turning octohedron and see if I can solve this for the first time ever, just no references, just from memory. Okay, so the first step was to get the edges. I think that looks right. Even though I shouldn't have solved it like this, I should have solved it differently. Actually, if I tried inserting like this, then I see I need the red and green edge. What? I've never had a pop on this cube, and now is when it decides to pop. I don't think it matters where I put it in, but I've literally never had a pop on this cube. Okay, where was I? Right, green and red. And now I need green and gray over here. Now I just need to insert the green and something else, the remaining green edge. I just swap these around. Okay, perfect. All the edges are solved. Now I just need the corners, I think. So this one needs to go here, and for clockwise, I think I do just this. Yeah, I believe it's just that. Did it, okay. I think I'm set to go now because the centers are super easy. Okay, finished with that. I just need to swap this one and this one, which should be easy to do. Okay, so I realized what the problem was. It did matter that I switched these when popped them back out, I guess. This isn't cheating, it's just, it can't be solved if I don't switch these. So while the cameras weren't rolling, it's been 10 minutes that you didn't get to see. I finished the face-turning octohedron, I solved this 4x4. I think I solved like another 3x3 shape mod or something, and I had a quick lunch break. Now the timer's rolling at 3 hours 4 minutes, and I think I'm gonna do the megamorphics. Okay, so this was the parity I was talking about. Just regular 4x4 flipped edge parity. Now I'm just gonna try to do the normal parity algorithm. Okay, so I did not encounter this yesterday. I had something much worse, but I just realized doing the parity algorithm, you got a flipped center here, which is like the easiest thing to fix. And now I think the cube should be solved. Yes, okay, perfect. I did another 6x6 solve, getting a much better time than the first one. Before this though, I did some more off-camera solves like the 3x3x5 and a holiday-themed picture cube. So I got a 646, and as an added bonus, the cube is in one piece. As I was on my big cube streak, I solved my Shengshao 7x7. So I just finished 7x7 at pretty much exactly the 4 hour mark, and I still have 11 cubes to go. I think it's 12 cubes to go. Okay. Next one I'm gonna do is this one called the Puzzle Ball. Okay, I got it solved. It was easier than I expected. And now I just have 11 cubes left, which I'm probably gonna save this one for the end because I just really don't want to get to it. I have 2 of these, which is like the same cube pretty much. So I'm gonna get one done and then use that as a reference for the other one. This one's not gonna be too hard. 2 5x5s here, just this one has something weird with it that I stickered. And 2 Disney picture cube, a clock, Megaminx, Gigaminx. So I'm gonna do some of those now. So something I didn't exactly take into account was that the stickers missing might actually make it harder. I thought it would be easier because you didn't have to solve as many pieces. But it's actually harder because now when looking for a specific piece to go in a specific place, then you don't know if that piece actually exists or if it's just one of these blank ones. So that's made it a little harder. Well, so I remember getting this cube at Disney World when I was very new to cubing. I put a ton of Vaseline in here and I think I still feel some to this day. Even after having cleaned it out, it still feels like oily and wet. So this one is like this other 5x5, just it has these stickers here because when I got this like 6 years ago, I tried to make this one a super cube. So I'll put a picture of what this should look like next to it. But basically I only did the white little stickers and like one orange one, so it looks like pretty awful. And there's a piece missing from it, which is why I got this other one. But yeah, at least it turns a little better, but I have to worry about center orientation now, which might make it harder, but I'm not sure. So I have just 3 more to do. Well, these are basically the same puzzle. There's just some like color differences, but I'm gonna solve one of them and then use it as like a reference for the other one. And then I'm gonna do the solve I've been dreading for the past 5 hours and 24 minutes. So I finished this cube about 9 minutes later. I always underestimate how hard this cube is, just trying to get all the pieces in the right place to make it one continuous track. But now I at least have a reference for this one, and I'll see if I can do that, and then I'll have one more to go. Okay, so I got both of them done now. The second one took considerably shorter time than the first. And now for the last final one, the Gigaminx. Finally. Oh my god, that took so long. But 6 hours, 18 minutes, and 21 seconds, and a little more because I paused it at some points by accident. But yeah. Oh, technically this is not solved. Okay. Yeah, that definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would. In fact, double the time I thought it would. But yeah, that's something I'm not doing again in a long time.